So, if you've watched any of this channel, you know that there is an entire playlist of me talking about the Bible. Bible book reviews is the name of the playlist, it's basically just a bunch of videos of me going book by book through the Bible, conducting a review and analysis of each book. Both the story of each book and primarily the passages of each book that I found particularly useful and or challenging. And so I'm very, very fascinated by the Bible. I come from a Christian background, and as of today, I still consider myself to be a Christian, although I am planning on trying to read other religious texts from other traditions to really try and figure myself out more. But I will say it's very interesting to listen to people like Jordan Peterson talk about the Bible, because he also comes from a Christian background, but he's not traditionally religious. And so, I don't know, this clip, if not the Bible, then what, should be pretty interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and we will discuss after watching and reacting to it, obviously.
Last question.
Okay, I hope I'll make this good. Thanks also for continuing the lecture series. I haven't listened to all of the lectures, but it seems like you focus very much on the appeal of the biblical stories to the individual psychology. Do you have any thoughts on the relative importance of crowd psychology to the appeal and staying power of the Bible, and also the reason why the Bible or the biblical stories took precedence over other ideologies which could have taken its place?
Okay, well, let's go to the second one first. I think it's the same thing that happens when someone both creates and edits a great movie. No one knows, like, imagine how many choices are there in a great movie. Let's say it's an animated movie, because absolutely everything in an animated movie is constructed. Everything. God only knows how many choices, like maybe there's millions of choices, and each choice is guided by some intuition of narrative suitability or beauty, or there's some higher ideal motivating it, right? The desire to produce a masterpiece, maybe that's it. That was certainly the case with the Disney movies, for example. And so that aspiration then makes the decisions. And so I would say, well, something like that guided the writing and the selection of the stories in the biblical canon. Now, could have there been other stories included? Well, the Catholics and the Protestants don't have the same biblical tradition, and neither do the Jews and the Christians. And so it isn't exactly clear what to make of that, I mean, that's akin in some sense to the discussion we just had about Islam and Christianity. In some sense, I've left that aside, that specific question, except insofar as I've just answered, because I'm trying to take what we have, which I know is at the root of our culture, and to figure out what it is that we have. Why it is that we have it, well, I've made some attempt to explain that in the manner that I just described, but I don't have a final answer. Like, could it have been different? It could have been different at some levels, but the same at others. I mean, one of the things that scholars of comparative religion who haven't been infected fatally with postmodernism have definitely realized, so Jung, for example, and Eliade, and people who are interested in grand narratives, one of the things they pointed out quite clearly is that there's a set of common mythological themes across many cultures, and I tried to outline that in Maps of Meaning, and that worked out quite nicely for me, at least, as far as I was concerned, because once I had the basic archetypal structure mapped out, it opened up all sorts of stories to me from all sorts of different cultures. And that's been unbelievably useful, like the Mesopotamian story of the Enuma Elish, when I figured out what that meant, as far as I was concerned. Like, I've never forgotten that. It just seared itself into my memory, and the same with the Egyptian stories, and some Buddhist writings that I've read, and the Tao Te Ching is also very powerful. So I think that things can be different on one level and the same at another, but that humanity kind of coalesces on what's the same over a reasonable period of time, because there isn't that many ways that human beings can live properly as individuals and as groups together. And so there's this constant force that makes our ethical presuppositions converge. And then that's automatically expressed in the stories. It's something like that. Now, it's an imperfect process, and it's full of error. So, yeah. So, just one announcement, well, two announcements. The next lecture, I believe, is November 14th, so I'll hopefully finish off the story of Jacob. It looks like it. And then I'm also appearing on a panel with Gad Saad and Oren Amate on November 11th. And there's still quite a few tickets available for that. So if you're interested, you could go to my website and pick up those tickets. It should be, well, hopefully it'll be interesting. I think it will be, and it might be too interesting. That's one possibility. So we'll see. But I'm going to do 2 more of these this year.
Don't know if he answered
and I
the
hope
first question.
I get through the story of Joseph, and then I can start in the new year with Exodus. And that's a story that I know quite well. And the Exodus and Leviticus, and what's the one after that? Yes, thank you. So I'm very much looking forward to that, because that is one killer story, man. So, and I've got some surprises for that as well. So, anyways, thank you very much for coming, and hopefully we'll see you November 14th.
So that clip was interesting. It wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be. You know, I mean, Christianity has obviously had a profound impact on America, kind of its whole history, and it's also had a huge impact on the world's history. I was surprised he didn't bring up, like, you know, it's possible that if the Crusades had been like, if, you know, honestly, if the Muslims had arrived in the U.S. before the Christians, then this probably would have become a Islamic state, America. Now, would it have been as prosperous as the way America is today? I think probably not. I mean, not all religions are the same. Not all the values are the same. Not all the beliefs within each religion are the same. And so, I mean, I think Christianity is a force for good in the world, although it has been used to do great evil. I think overwhelmingly, though, it has liberated people and just done wonders throughout the world for men, women, and just everybody. And so I do think that, you know, I was surprised that he didn't bring up the historical aspect of, like, Christianity being spread around the Western countries through missionaries and through you know, crusades, because that definitely played a giant role in why the West is the way the West is. But if not the Bible, then what? You know, there are, you know, obviously several different religious traditions that he didn't really mention. I was a little surprised, because there are, like, he did say, you know, there are a lot of commonalities between different religious traditions regarding certain values and certain principles. And so you could possibly have a society like ours, but with a different religion at the head. But, you know, I still maintain that the Bible is a particularly special book in with regard to the societies it has produced. And I don't think you can chalk all of the Western progress with Christianity up to Crusades. I think the values within the Bible are particularly special, and the stories within the Bible contextualize the dogma within the Bible in a way that you know, has historically been more good than bad. Anyways, though, ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts on the clip. Now I want to know, what did you think of the clip? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave whatever thoughts and comments you may have in the comment section below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. And don't forget to, you know, maybe check out my biblical series. I know Dr. Peterson did a whole biblical series, and I've done the whole New Testament. And I hope to continue and do the Old Testament at the beginning of this upcoming year, 2022. I don't know when this video will come out, so we'll see. But check those out. Go to my playlist section, or I'll leave a end screen at the end of this video, so that you can, you know, maybe check out some of those some of those videos I made regarding the Bible. And please have a great day, everyone.